Tonight, rodent droppings and piles of old food.
I've been watching Dirty Dining.
They may watch Dirty Dining, but it didn't help them pass their health inspection. Heading for the eye of the storm.
Dude, it's right there. It's right here. It's right there.
Film this house. Right there. Film this house. Film this house.
See, these storm chasers put their lives on the line to follow a powerful tornado. A deadly accident during rush hour traffic as a local bicyclist is hit by a car. We have new details about what led to the crash. But first, an 8-year-old girl attacked in the middle of a busy local store.
I heard her scream. I turned around and had her by the face.
As police search for her attacker, her family searches for answers. The story is only on 12 and first on Fox. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shauna Parsons.
And I'm Wayne Garcia. First on Fox tonight, a bizarre attack out of nowhere on a little girl. A Longview family says a developmentally disabled man hurt their daughter right in the middle of a busy store. It all happened at the Longview Fred Meyer back on Tuesday. The family now wants to find the man and his caregiver. KPTV's Andrew Padula is live in Longview now at the store you'll see only on 12.
Well, Wayne, the family says it happened at this Longview Fred Meyer on Tuesday night. They say they were in line waiting to pay when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a man grabbed their daughter by the face and attacked her. Tonight, 8-year-old Kiri Wheatman is still recovering from an attack Tuesday.
Yeah, we were standing in the self-checkout. We had just walked up there, and he was playing with some cases of pop.
The family says that's when the man grabbed Kiri by the face and threw her down to the ground.
Well, he keeps doing this to my face and grabs me and throws me to the ground.
Kiri's dad quickly pulled the man off his daughter.
When I heard her scream, I turned and saw that. I turned and I grabbed him and I pushed him away, and that's when my wife pulled me back and he stepped back.
The Wheatmans say the man was developmentally disabled and his caregiver began to apologize for what he did. But as police were responding to the store, the man and his caregiver were already out the door.
He might not realize what he's doing, but the people that are taking care of him already know that he's on his med changes, and they're supposed to be educated in this.
Tonight, police don't plan to file criminal charges because of the man's disability, but they do want to find him to make sure he's okay. Back at home, the Wheatmans say Kiri could have a fractured shoulder and may have to undergo physical therapy.
I hit back here. I have a big, huge bruise and I have scratches down my chest.
The family is still upset that someone attacked their daughter, but they're afraid the same man could hurt someone else. And Longview police say they are looking for that man who is described as having a tan-type skin. He's in his early 20s and has brown hair, brown eyes, and a brown beard. He was wearing blue pants and a green shirt. And one distinctive feature that they mentioned was that he had an inverted upper eyelid. Now, police want to find him to make sure he's okay, and he is on his medication. If you have any information, you should contact Longview police. Reporting live from Longview tonight, Andrew Padula, the 10 o'clock news.
Tonight's Fox 12's Most Wanted is considered a dangerous fugitive, and deputies think he's in the middle of a crime spree. Take a good look at Michael Bergen. He's wanted on a probation violation, but he also has numerous other warrants out for his arrest. He has a long criminal history in Oregon and Washington, everything from drugs to robbery to forgery. He was last known to be in the Park Rose neighborhood in Northeast Portland. Bergen is 40 years old, 6'7", so he'll stand out from the crowd, 240 pounds. He has brown hair and eyes. Deputies think he could be armed, so if you know where he might be, call police.
People living in a local neighborhood want to know who smashed their mailboxes. Washington County deputies say Fox 12's Most Wanted smashed 10 mailboxes near Gales Creek Road and Highway 6. One neighbor says he smelled beer around his box as he fixed it, leading him to believe that the vandals might have been drinking. People we talked with say that they haven't seen any mail theft from that destruction.
Tonight, Portland police are investigating a hit-and-run crash. It happened at about 7:45 near Northeast 133rd and Gleason. Police say the blue car there pulled out in front of the gray car and the two crashed, and then the man driving the blue car ran off on foot.
And the Cougar just pulled out right in front of it, didn't stop or anything, and then the guy got out of the car. Out of nowhere, he just vanished.
Well, investigators think that man driving the blue car may live somewhere in that area. The two women inside the other car went to the hospital with minor injuries.
The Fox 12 investigators are digging into a neglect complaint at a local adult foster care facility that may have led to a 94-year-old woman's death. Salem police confirm a relative found Eleanor Dembski badly burned at Amazing Grace Adult Foster Care last week, and she later died. The family says that she fell against a heater and that an attendant who found her changed her burned clothes and put her back to bed instead of calling 911. The allegations, though, are a shock for somebody like Ruth Keller, who says that her husband received excellent care there.
I would go over and see him. He had his own room, and I would say, "Are you ready to come home?" He said, "Let's give it another month."
Salem police will say very little on this case, saying it's unclear if anyone will face criminal charges.
Only on 12, a local couple is too terrified to sleep in their own bed after a tree came crashing down on their roof. And they say it's only a matter of time before another one falls over. They say winter storms eroded a nearby hill at the Carver Mobile Home Ranch in Damascus, making the trees there unstable. They say they've tried to get the park owner to remove those trees since January with no luck. KPTV's Sophie Song joins us live from Damascus with more on the story. Sophie?
The couple at the mobile home park says they can't even sleep in their own bedroom because they're afraid a tree will come crashing through. Now, we talked to the park owner who says it's the county's responsibility to make sure the area is safe.
Our current concern is that we are in mortal danger.
Tonight, some of the damage still remains from the windstorm that swept through the Carver Mobile Home Ranch in Damascus just 2 Saturdays ago. Betsy Hord's home took the brunt of the storm when a big tree snapped and tumbled right on top of her roof.
And all of a sudden I heard a big boom, boom, and it shook the house. So I didn't know if a bomb had come through the house or what had happened.
Betsy says this is exactly what she and her husband had feared after heavy rains in January eroded the mud on the hill behind their home, flooding the area. She says the winter storm left trees with their roots exposed, making it a question of not if, but when another tree will topple over.
And I'm very frightened to sleep in the bedroom because I'm afraid one of the trees is going to come down. These are very dangerous, through the roof and kill my husband or myself.
The Hordes say they've tried to get the park owner, Bert Grabhorn, to remove the trees ever since January. Tonight, the trees still loom over their home.
Complete negligence and no responsibility for human life.
We went to Grabhorn's home to get some answers, and he says he's hired a lawyer to deal with the issue.
You're working on it, though.
Oh, yeah, we're fighting with the county on it.
Grabhorn says a bigger concern is the traffic hazard it would cause if the trees were not there.
It's important to you that they stay safe, right?
Well, that's true, but if they take those trees out, you'll have a car over there within a month.
So for now, the Hordes will still have to worry about these trees and the $18,000 in damage one of them left behind.
Which might not sound a lot to people, but for us, it's our only home we have. And we feel we have to vacate if something isn't reconciled soon.
Now, we talked with county officials who say the owner does have to get permission either with the city, with the county, or the state before he can remove those trees. Reporting live in Damascus tonight, Sophie Sung, the 10 o'clock news.
Now, Portland's first weather at 10.
Well, as we expected today, the weather kind of went uphill as the day went on. And in fact, this afternoon, a pretty typical mid-May afternoon. Made it to 65 degrees here in the Portland metro area. Like I said, very typical. We got rid of the showers, and this is what it looked like from our Chinook Winds beach cam during the late afternoon. In fact, it was a little sunnier out there than what we saw here in the valleys. But once the sun did set, or as the sun was setting, I should say, we pretty much had clear skies back here in Portland. Of course, clear skies, temperatures cool off pretty quickly. I noticed Hillsborough at the 10 o'clock hour, the fresh numbers here, down in the upper 40s, and we're still in the mid-50s here in town. Now, overnight tonight, it will be one more cool night before we warm things up. Down in the 40s here in the city, but we've still got the big weekend warm-up to talk about. We'll let you know how warm, how long it's going to stick around. We've got a little bit of a change in that forecast. And also, has it really been that cold and wet this spring? Well, maybe not. We've got the latest numbers and a weekend getaway forecast as well.
We have some new details tonight about a deadly Northeast Portland crash. Police say a 36-year-old cyclist was killed tonight in a traffic accident. A car hit the man and his bike while he was riding near Northeast 57th Avenue and Prescott Street. It happened in Portland tonight. The driver of the car was not hurt, and police say that driver is cooperating with investigators who are looking into the accident. Police have not yet identified that cyclist.
There are some new details tonight about a suspected Ponzi scheme on the Oregon coast. The one-time owner of some art galleries has been charged with ripping off more than $3 million. The FBI and Cannon Beach Police arrested and indicted Donald Sable today. He's accused of operating a Ponzi scheme. Sable owned Ernst & Ernst Collectors Gallery in Seaside and Cannon Beach. Authorities say he stole from investors by claiming to buy and sell art on their behalf for a profit. Well, agents say in the past 5 years, more than 100 investors lost more than $3 million. She's accused of planning a Columbine-like attack on her school, but today a judge approved a conditional release for a teenage girl. She'll be under 24-hour supervision, and she has to wear an ankle bracelet. Yesterday, the judge released one of the boys with the same rules. Sheriff's deputies say in all, 4 students plan to shoot people at the junior high school in Turner. The other girl and boy are still in custody, and they'll be back in court next week. Parents of the teens say their kids have been held without enough evidence.
The 10 o'clock news is just getting started.
Dramatic video shows cops in hot pursuit of a robbery suspect, but find out why the officers may be in more trouble than the man they were chasing. A couple of thieves rip off a classic car, and the whole thing is caught on camera.
Just sad to see something like that stolen.
Only on 12, how you can help cops narrow in on Fox 12's Most Wanted. You might have a harder time getting in touch with your kid's teacher. Tonight, why some are scaling back their workloads. Health inspectors find rodent droppings in the kitchen of a local restaurant.
I know how it's supposed to be, and then this time I was very, very shocked at what I got.
What the owner said when Dirty Dining asked about the failing grade.
And the beach is looking really nice this evening with a great sunset, but will that continue through the weekend? We'll let you know coming up.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
It only takes 12 minutes on Fox 12 to get all the news, weather, and traffic you need to start your day. 12 on 12 on Good Day Oregon.
Tomorrow morning starting at 4:30 on Fox 12 Oregon.
At Bob Lanfear's Beaverton Kia, we understand that it's going to take a screaming deal to get you to part with your hard-earned cash. $2,000 cash back, child's play. 10% discount off sticker? Well, you know where you can stick that. At Beaverton Kia, we have 08 Kia Spectras priced at $11,544. $11,544. That's over 30% off MSRP. And we're not talking about one at that price. We've got 25 of them, and every one of them has a discount over $5,000. Beaverton Kia. It's different here.
The Ashley Furniture Home Store pre-Memorial Day factory authorized sale is now through Monday. Factory authorized prices. This beautiful sofa and love seat are just $5.99, plus no interest till 2011. Come visit us in Tanasbourne, Clackamas, and Salem.
It's our best carpet sale ever. Buy any of our 15-year gold label carpets and get one room with the whole house installed for just $99. And for a limited time, we'll throw in the pad too. It's our best carpet sale ever at our best price. Hurry in.
Dial 503 Carpets.
The economic crisis has hit Nike. Just how hard it's going to impact the community. Coming up on the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
You know, Banner Bank is connected to quite a few people, like Eloisa Sanchez. She's a Banner Bank customer. And contractor Tom Masterson. He's been working with Banner Bank for about 20 years. Dave Marshbank builds roads for a living, and Chip Davidson crunches numbers. They both swear by Banner Bank. So does Todd Banks of Kinmore Air. When you think about it, it's amazing how many people we've been connected to over the years. But even more amazing is the number of years we've been connected to so many people.
Life is full of choices, like choosing the people who help you along the way. With the small stuff, the big stuff, and the important stuff. That's where American Family Insurance comes in. They'll get to know you before anything happens, so you'll receive the best care if something happens. Good choice. For over 80 years, American Family Insurance, the family you choose.
American Family Insurance. It's the Prison Break series finale.
We're gonna save everyone.
How will it all end?
I know you and Michael think I was a terrible mother. Couldn't agree with you more.
It is not in my nature!
4 seasons of questions are finally answered. I don't want to run anymore. Viewer discretion advised. Prison Break. Friday at 8 on Fox 12 Oregon.
A local man wants your help finding his classic hot rod after 3 of Fox 12's Most Wanted stole it from a repair shop. Last month, the crooks were caught on camera in Woodland driving off in the 1969 Chevy Nova. KPTV's Mark Hanrahan is live in Woodland tonight with a story you'll see only on 12. Mark?
Well, Shauna, take a look. Here's a picture of that car. Police say the crooks were determined to steal. At the time they took it, it didn't even have a battery, so they had to go get their own just to get it started. So they had a plan.
They took it.
Tonight at Metro Transmission, an old yellow pickup sits where the hot rod was parked when police say it was stolen.
They came on a Monday night, broad daylight.
Shop owner Mark Erickson says the car was waiting to be worked on. It was missing several drive belts, even a battery. Still, the crooks were able to get it started and drive off.
I'm guessing it had to be a car guy, somebody that at least knows enough to get it running and get it out of here.
A surveillance camera at a nearby business caught the suspects in action. Take a look. You can see a black pickup pass by, followed by a red truck. Then about 5 minutes later, the same two trucks leave, along with the Chevy Nova.
To put this car together it was a work from the heart, and very sad that it was gone.
The car belongs to Bruce Hewlett and one of his friends. It's a project car they've spent a lot of time and money restoring.
We have nearly $15,000 invested total.
An investment that now hinges in large part on this surveillance video. Police think this suspect is driving an early to mid-'80s black Chevy pickup. They say the second truck is a late 90s to early 2000 red Ford F-150. Investigators think at least 3 people had to be involved, and according to Mark Erickson with Metro Transmission, they couldn't have gotten far. He says the Chevy Nova was in no condition to drive.
No belts, no power steering, no alternator, no water pump. It was going to be a real short trip before the engine overheated and the car quit moving.
And while so far police say they have few leads to follow, Bruce Hewlett is still holding out hope he gets his hot rod back.
And of course, we would love to get it back.
Now, that first suspect pickup is described as a 1984 to 1988 black Chevy pickup standard cab. It appears to be lowered in that video with chrome wheels and bumper. The second suspect pickup is described as a 97 to 2003 red Ford F-150, an extended cab with a toolbox in the back. As for that stolen car, it's a 1969 Chevy Nova, light blue in color, with white racing stripes and Washington plates 522VGC. If you know anything about where any of those cars may be, please contact Woodland Police. Reporting live in Woodland tonight, Mark Hanrahan, the 10 o'clock news.
Tonight's Classrooms in Crisis takes us to Battleground, where teachers are beginning to get letters that they don't want to open.
The school district needs to cut more than $5 million from its budget, and state law requires that, quote, reduction in force letters, they have to be delivered by May 15th each year. That means 72 full-time positions will be cut. We talked to one senior who's worried about what will happen at the high school.
There will be 35 kids in a class, and now it just seems like Battleground itself has always been overcrowded. And I mean, we have 2,300 students, so it's just going to be even harder.
Oh, the district is sending 77 letters out because some part-time teachers will also be cut. They have more time to notify other school employees if their positions will be cut.
Teachers in the Portland Public School District haven't had a contract since last July, and many say if they can't come to an agreement with the district, they fear that budget cuts could rob the district of some talented teachers. So right now, some teachers are just working to the letter of the contract to prove a point. That means they get in at 8:30 and they leave right at 4 o'clock, and they do nothing outside of the time that they're paid to work.
So this week we are only working to contract, and at 11:30 when it's lunchtime, I give my kids the boot and they have to leave my classroom. I'm not helping students. They're not welcome to be in my classroom to work. I take that time as a duty-free lunch, which is part of our contract.
It may sound harsh, but teachers say they're doing this to highlight what they do and don't get paid for. They say asking them to work more days in the year and more hours in the week, considering what they already do, is hard to take. Tonight, the district says they are definitely aware of what the teachers are doing. They say demonstrations like this are normal during the course of a negotiation. They are aware, they say, of the proposals to increase the hours in their work week. However, there are budget realities, they say, that the district is facing. Administrators are taking a pay freeze for the next year, and the district is asking for what they call more flexibility in the teacher workday.
A major setback for hundreds of workers at one of Oregon's best-known companies. Nike announced it's laying off 500 employees at its world headquarters near Beaverton. Air 12 flew over the Nike campus earlier today. The company announced restructuring plans in February, but didn't give specifics about local job losses until today. We talked to people in the area who say other businesses will be hurt by this decision as well.
It makes it tough for everybody, not just Great Clips in general, because people aren't able to get, have money for haircuts and stuff, but anywhere.
Now, it's not yet known which Nike departments will be affected. The layoffs are expected to be complete in the next few weeks. Chrysler is closing down hundreds of dealerships across the U.S., including a number of local locations. 8 Chrysler dealerships are on the chopping block in Oregon and Southwest Washington. 3 dealerships are slated for closure in the Portland-Vancouver metro area, along with 2 in Longview. Every dealership owner on the closure list can make an appeal to remain open. Chrysler owners can also be confident that their warranties will be honored because they're backed by the federal government.
The mission tonight for a group of people in Southeast Portland to recall Mayor Sam Adams. The Political Action Committee is calling it a kick-out party at Nick's Coney Island on Hawthorne. They say it started because of Adams' sexual relationship with Beau Breedlove. Breedlove was 17 when he met the mayor. Critics say that Adams lied about the relationship and has abused power while in office.
He orchestrated an elaborate cover-up and he abused his power. And for that, we are going to recall him.
Yes. Right. So these people are organizing a petition campaign that can't start until July 1st, since state law requires that an official spends at least 6 months in office before he can potentially be recalled.
Straight ahead on the 10 o'clock news, a former Portland trailblazer runs into some big trouble with the law.
Yeah, how Darius Miles may be reliving history with these latest accusations.
How would you like to hit it big in the lottery? Well, that may be your first mistake. See, the lottery jackpot that you don't want any part of because it's already cost some local families thousands.
Flash flood swallow cars whole. Caught on camera. See rescue teams in a race against time to save lives.
And much calmer weather back here in the northwest. In fact, maybe several days above 80 degrees, maybe more than 2. Tonight, though, a chilly one, 45 here in Portland. The forecast coming up.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
It all started with our father, Dick Enukai.
And now, 24 years later, we're proud that our family business continues to serve you and your families.
With Dick's McKinsey Ford, you have 72 hours to love it or leave it.
Anytime within 72 hours, you can bring back any pre-owned vehicle you buy from us. No questions asked.
We're not talking about an exchange. This is a complete refund.
We're easy to find in Hillsboro or online at dicksautogroup.com.
You just got to know where to go.
There are sales, and then there's Sleep Country's Super Sale, but it ends soon. Save up to $500 on a great selection of firm, plush, and pillow top sets from Simmons Beauty Rest and Sealy Posturepedic. Save up to $300 on fashion beds, futons, and convertible sofas. Get 24 months free financing plus a free bed frame with Tempur-Pedic or the Sleep Number bed. Sleep Country's Super Sale ends soon. Hurry before it all disappears.
Tonight's Fox 12 Final Cut is a showstopper with this high-speed police chase. Why critics say cops should have put a stop to it. How police say an accused gunman was stopped by his own gun. And Dirty Dining stops by a local restaurant to see why health inspectors failed it. Those stories and much more tonight in the Fox 12 Final Cut.
JR Furniture Delta Park lost our lease and is forced to sell out all inventory immediately. Wall-to-wall savings of up to 50, 60, even 70% on all floor models, with sale prices good at all JR Furniture locations. Plus, 0% financing is available on thousands of items that must go. The Delta Park lost our lease sellout and soon. So bring your truck, bring your ropes to any JR Furniture location and tie down the biggest savings ever.
JR Furniture. Discover the difference.
Thousands of Oregonians will lose their homes to foreclosure this year, but there is hope. First American Consulting Group is a locally owned company of top industry professionals assisting homeowners in renegotiating their mortgage throughout the Portland metropolitan area. If you're currently employed, struggling to make mortgage payments, or behind on those payments, and you want to keep your home, First American Consulting Group would like to hear from you. Call us today at 503-928-8889 for a free, no-obligation consultation.
This news segment is brought to you in part by First American Consulting.
Have a craving for calzones? Then get down to Old Chicago, official home of the calzone. Feeling creative? Build your own from our lineup of 40 fresh toppings. Or, now for a limited time, try one of our new calzone creations, like the Chicken Club, packed with oven-roasted chicken, smoked bacon, spinach, and more. And don't miss the Sicilian Trio, loaded with fresh Italian flavor. For delicious calzones you won't find anywhere else. Old Chicago. Eat, drink, be yourself.
A familiar name to Blazers fans is making headlines again tonight, but not for his skills on the court.
Police in Illinois say they pulled over former Blazer Darius Miles and found pot in his car. KPTV's Mark Ross, live at News Control tonight with the very latest on the case. Mark.
That's right, Wayne and Shauna. Miles was suspended last year for violating the league's anti-drug policy. Tonight, let me just first show you where cops pulled Miles over. It happened in Fairview Heights, Illinois. An officer there says he first stopped Miles when he says the former Blazer didn't use his turn signal. Once he pulled him over, the cop says he realized Miles had a suspended driver's license. The officer then arrested Miles for that, and after searching his car, cops say they found a small amount of pot, less than 1/8 of an ounce. Miles was later released after posting $100 bail. Now, Miles played for Portland a few years ago, but had all kinds of problems, including arguing with the coaches. The team waived him after serious knee surgery back in '06. Reporting live in News Control tonight, Mark Ross, the 10 o'clock news.
So the big warm-up still on the way for the weekend. We're going to have the latest details on that. But last year, we were beginning a heat wave right now. 95 degrees on Sunday's date last year. And that was the earliest we've been that hot here in Portland. We'll let you know how warm things are going to get and when the rain eventually comes back in my first live local forecast after the break.
Dude, it's right there. It's right here. It's right there. Film this house. Right there. Film this house.
Unbelievable video tonight. You've got to see this. It shows the true dangers of a tornado and see how these storm chasers got these amazing shots.
Well, it is heartbreaking for any parent to imagine your child goes into surgery, but the doctors make a huge, careless mistake. Now see why this may not be the first time for one hospital.
And a local restaurant with food so bad the health department made workers throw it out. 30 Dining checks in to see what happened and if it's safe to eat now.
And just a reminder, your chance to win a $100 prepaid MasterCard is just minutes away. We will bring you the secret code word that you need when the 10 o'clock news continues.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Looking for a great local job? Here are a few Northwest jobs from Fox 12 Oregon, powered by JobDango.com. In Salem, Salem-Kaiser Public Schools is hiring a technology data administrator. In Beaverton, Washington County 911 is hiring an administrative specialist. And in Portland, Lewis and Clark College is hiring a law school facilities manager. For details on these local jobs and thousands more, or to advertise your jobs, go to KPTV.com and click on Northwest Jobs at the left side of our homepage.
The best reviewed movie of the year is the #1 movie in America. Wow. USA Today says it's spectacular.
I'm impressed.
It's exhilarating, hails Rolling Stone. Got it. And the New York Times says it's a blast.
Buckle up.
Star Trek. Good luck. Rated PG-13. Now playing.
It's our best carpet sale ever. Buy any of our 15-year gold label carpets and get one room with the whole house installed for just $99. And for a limited time, we'll throw in the pad too. It's our best carpet sale ever at our best price. Hurry in.
Dial 503 Carpets. Time's running out on your chance to save big and get 2 great services for the price of 1. Call now and get Comcast Digital Voice Local with more and blazing fast high-speed internet for just $42.95 a month for 12 months. That's 12 popular calling features and unlimited local calling, along with internet download speeds up to 15 megabits per second with Power Boost. It's like getting 2 great services for the price of 1 for an entire year. Hurry, call 1-800-COMCAST today.
An organized crime ring is hitting locals, a scam that some people cannot pass up even after they've been warned. It's coming up on the 10 o'clock news.
Time for a new sofa? Come to Cascade Furniture and check out our huge selection from contemporary to traditional. Every color and style to choose from and built to last. For a limited time, get this Ashley sofa for $3.99 or this contemporary sectional for $9.99. Shop our entire showroom. We have something for every room in your home. Quality products and everyday low pricing. Cascade Furniture, where we value every customer.
If ever you're not satisfied with one of our tires, please feel free to bring it back. Thank you. America's Tire Company.
At America's Tire Company, we're not just another tire store or garage. We're in the people business, and we're here just for you.
It's the best part of my job is taking care of our customers every day and then seeing them leave with a smile on their face and feeling like they made a friend and not just bought a set of tires.
Right now, get a $40 instant rebate on select sets of great brands.
So, you don't think we overdid it, right?
No, now that we're this blunt, people are gonna love us. Check this out. Howdy, ma'am. How'd you like some fresh Foster Farms Plumpy chicken?
You're not a Foster Farms chicken. You're all plumped up with salt water. So you weigh more and I pay more.
Who wouldn't want to pay more for this?
Uh-oh. Can I talk to you?
Yeah, what do you need, buddy? Whoa, you sprung a leak!
He's a plumper! He's a plumper!
Ah! Cork it!
Say no to plumping. Foster Farms. Always natural, always fresh.
Well, you know that digital transition is going to be here before you know it. And if you still have questions, make sure you stick around tonight. Our special report, Understanding the Digital Transition, will air tonight at 11 o'clock. That's right after the 10 o'clock news.
Well, we have a warning in tonight's Consumer Watch. Several retired Longview couples, thinking they've hit it big in the lottery, have instead fallen victim to a scam. The scam is a pretty common one. The victims are notified they've won the Jamaican lottery, but they need to send money in order to get their winnings. Fox 12 went to a Longview market where some of the victims have wired their hard-earned savings to someone else.
Well, it's hard because most of them have very, very little money anyway, and you know that somebody is scamming them and taking the balance of their life savings from them.
Well, according to numerous U.S. newspaper reports, the Jamaican scam is run by an organized crime ring, and it's been operating for years.
Well, there are a lot of anxious people across Oregon tonight. That's because the state economist is going to be issuing its revenue forecast tomorrow. Oregon House leaders expect that they will have to cut about $1.5 billion from the state's budget. Lawmakers say they will use a combination of new taxes, cuts, and stimulus funds to make up the $4 billion deficit. We'll have much more on Oregon's revenue forecast tomorrow right here on Fox 12. Only on 12 this evening, a Portland man is taking his passion of flying to new heights, and in doing so, helping strangers who otherwise may not get the medical treatment they need. KPTV's Brent Weisberg explains.
5 years ago, Mike Sherman got his license to fly, and ever since then, he's been a pilot for the Angel Flight Network. With one last check of his plane,
one more quick walk around and we're ready to go.
Mike Sherman is set for takeoff. He's about to leave the Hillsborough Airport.
Cleared for takeoff.
But this flight
Well, it's a fun day.
isn't an ordinary flight.
We love to fly, but we also love to give back.
Like many of the airmen who fly for the organization Angel Flight,
There's a bunch of pilots ready to help out.
Mike knows just how important this flight really is.
So we're really trying to let folks know that we're here for them.
At 10,000 feet, this is Mike's 24th mission for Angel Flight.
And I think that's one of the greatest things about it, is knowing that you've helped somebody.
This mission will take him more than 300 miles from his hangar in Hillsborough.
Let's look at the map here.
To pick up a patient he's never met.
So they don't have to worry about the travel, they can just worry about their treatment.
The flight to Burns takes just an hour and a half.
I think that's him in there.
Inside this hangar, Catherine Cronin waits anxiously.
I'm pretty scared right now.
She's set to meet her doctors at OHSU, but with gas prices soaring and Catherine's own battle against a rare bone cancer.
And I don't let that C word, cancer, get me down.
She's thankful on this trip.
I hold my breath every time.
She won't have to make the 6.5-hour drive to Portland.
You're worried about what you're going to find out, and then you're trying to drive in all this traffic.
The Angel Flight alone will save her hundreds of dollars.
The MRIs and the CAT scans alone are thousands of dollars.
Money that will now help pay for medical bills.
It will get me home faster to my family.
If only for a moment, at 10,000 feet, Catherine gets to forget about the cancer.
My kids are my life.
Her only worry at this moment
I'm ready.
is flying through the clouds.
Fuck no hands, you're flying it.
When she lands in Hillsborough, Catherine is greeted by the local Lions Club. They'll take her to her hotel and then the doctor's office.
It takes a lot of stress off of me.
They're the second part of this Angel Flight mission and help give strength to Catherine in her own mission.
Cancer's not going to beat me, I'm going to beat it.
Just this evening, we learned Catherine's doctors tell her cancer has not returned. If you'd like more information on the Angel Flight Network, just go to our website, kptv.com. Reporting in News Control tonight, Brent Weisberg, the 10 o'clock news.
Well, The Office is taking a break. Tonight was the season finale of the hit comedy. We've got some good news for you, though. The Office will return to work this fall on PDX TV. That's cable channel 13, our sister station. You're going to hear a lot more as we get closer, but we did want to give you Office fans something to look forward to on a night when you might be feeling just a little sad.
Recently, a Portland bowler rolled a 744. Now, you bowlers know you can't do that in one game, but it was in a 3-game series. It's a bowling score high enough to raise eyebrows and even more so when you find out that the bowler, Dylan Browning, is a 6th grader. The 12-year-old from Southeast Portland started bowling at the age of 4 and has always competed with kids older than him. And at around 10 o'clock on Saturday morning at Rose Bowl in Southeast Portland, the 12-year-old scored a 744 in 3 games. That's astounding for an amateur, let alone someone his age.
So I wasn't really good, and I didn't think I was going to go anywhere. And then the next year, I practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced.
I'm more proud than you'll ever know. You know, I feel blessed to have a son like Dylan.
The U.S. Bowling Congress shows national youth records of 866 and above, but no player on that list is younger than 15. Wonder if we can get him on the Fox 12 bowling team.
Yeah, maybe we should start one first.
He'd be the ringer, wouldn't he?
Yeah, really.
Hey, you can see more of Dylan's story Sunday night on Oregon Sports Final.
That is really something.
I don't think I could roll that in 10 games.
No,
Yeah,
I know I couldn't.
I was thinking, what bowling team? What are you talking about?
Let's start one fast and give them a call before
Yeah.
anybody else gets up.
We have some spectacular weather coming up tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday and Monday. So
Great.
that's 4 days of
Wow.
real nice weather coming up.
And today was just wonderful.
Yeah,
I was
today was
outside
fine.
for dinner, and it was kind of breezy, and it wasn't hot. It was just perfect.
It was just an average mid-May day here in
Beautiful.
the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
The birds were chirping, things are blooming, very nice. We can't complain, or we
No
shouldn't
way.
complain, but some have been, and I have a thought on that coming up here. Okay,
Uh-oh.
you can see down on the Willamette River right now, there's the beautiful view of the Markham Bridge, and you can see we do have the clear skies out there. The rain has stopped. We don't have any showers, not much of any cloud cover. And we have nothing showing on live radar, so we will skip that. I had the second to last school visit of the year here, Holy Trinity School, the 5th grade out in Beaverton. And there's the picture there right in front of their sign. Very clever to put it in front of the sign there. But just one more school visit coming up, and then we'll open up the request line, I guess you'd call it, for next year, sometime as we get closer to Labor Day. Okay, so spring 2009 so far. This kind of started yesterday when a co-anchor, not one of those two, was complaining about it was a horrible, horrible cold, wet spring. Well, that's not the case. It has been slightly cool, but last year was our coldest in 30 years, so it's much better than last year. Rainfall, it's been about average here in the Pacific Northwest. So the biggest thing I think is that we've had periods of warm weather, and then it gets cooler, then warm and cooler. And that's the definition of spring. We've had 9 days above 70 this season so far. That's better than the last 2 springs, but not as good as these real nice warm springs. These were unusual back there in 04, 05, and 06. So I think we're doing just fine. And then we're going to add some really warm days coming up here. River camera shows mostly clear skies this evening as the sun went down. A beautiful evening out there, and we're still in the 50s at this hour. Some spots getting down in the 40s, but boy, there's nothing to talk about on the satellite picture because skies are clearing out here. And this system actually headed up to the north. In between us and that system is high pressure at the surface, and also that sinking air that keeps things dry. And then in the upper atmosphere, we've got high pressure coming in from the southwest. That's a much warmer air mass that's going to be coming over us for the next few days. In the middle part of summer, this would be a heat wave setup for us. We're not going to get the east wind, which would push our temperatures up around 90 or so. So we'll stay in the 80s, low 80s probably. The hot weather will be confined to the south. So some would say this will be a perfect weekend coming up. Not too warm and not chilly. Reach of the Beach bicycle ride begins in the valley Saturday morning. So your weekend getaway for the valley looking pretty good, near 80 for an afternoon high on Saturday, so the bicycle ride early. And then Sunday, temperatures maybe up in the mid-80s down the valley at Salem and Eugene. In the Columbia River Gorge, there's an art festival up at Corbett Saturday and Sunday. Windsurfing wind, not too strong this weekend. A little bit of a west wind both days. Warmest on Sunday. And Eastern Oregon looks warm. Warmest so far this season with temperatures well up into the 80s, maybe touching 90 at the lowest elevations on Sunday. So for your Friday, last day of the work week, 60s and some 70s east of the Cascades, the higher elevations in the 60s. Mount Hood for tomorrow, looks like about 58 at Government Camp, 48 at Timberline. Mostly sunny and warmer up there with that freezing level taking a big jump to 10,000 feet. Then west of the Cascades for tomorrow, great Friday coming up. Maybe some brief low clouds at the beaches possibly, and maybe a patch or two of fog here in the valleys. Otherwise, mostly sunny, a few high clouds, and we start chilly, 45 early. Notice the afternoon high does get up to 72 degrees, so it's another 5-7 degrees warmer than today. Then your 7-day forecast, pretty straightforward here. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we think all 3 days mostly sunny, lower 80s all 3 days, and then some light showers will come back on Tuesday.
It is a fast-moving final cut tonight, including this high-speed pursuit that ended with a bang. But tonight, why some are blasting police instead of the suspect. It's a rare look tonight at a fast-moving tornado and the damage all caught on camera by a storm chaser. And in tonight's Dirty Dining, it's some fast-moving rodents that were the problem at one local restaurant that failed its inspection. We've got the details ahead in the final cut next.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Howdy, Portland. The largest gun and knife show in Oregon is coming to Expo Center this weekend. Thousands of the world's finest guns and knives ready for you to buy, sell, or trade. The best brands at great low prices. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Expo Center. Be there.
Give your children the gift of lifelong memories this year with this 21-foot trail sport that weighs just 3,380 pounds for $151 a month. Choose from Oregon's largest selection at Curtis Trailers, Portland and Beaverton.
This is not a bubble. It's Wi-Fi, the little signal you find in a coffee shop or a bookstore. These are the laptop cards the phone companies offer. They let you get online more places, but they're not that fast. This is Clear. Clear covers entire cities with a super fast mobile internet called WiMAX. Welcome to the future.
Tired of nighttime breathing problems? Here's the solution. Is it a bandage, you ask? No. It's famous drug-free Breathe Right. Ingenious flexible strips that fit your nose to gently open your nasal passages for up to 31% more airflow.
Wow!
You'll breathe better, so you'll sleep better. Small strip, big relief. Bright idea. Breathe better, sleep better, breathe right.
Caught on camera, the accused gunman foiled by his own gun. Plus everything else you need to know next in the Fox 12 Final Cut.
Are you feeling alone?
I'm feeling something, and it ain't no car loan.
Feel like you can't get a loan? Dick Says Yes, home of the original yes, introduces the Auto Loan Guarantee Program. At Dick Says Yes, we will get you approved guaranteed, or we will give you $100 cash.
I get paid in cash each week, and I got approved.
I'm self-employed, and we got a great van from Dick Says Yes.
Let Dick Says Yes get you approved for a Dick Hanna used car today.
It's a springtime celebration. Bedmart's spectacular sale on Serta. Buy a top quality mattress set for just $5.99, a $400 savings. Not a closeout, mismatched set or discontinued model, but a new premium foam encased Serta with zone support for just $5.99. Pay nothing down with no interest for 12 months. Enjoy free delivery and setup during this great sale. Quantities are limited, so spring in now to any of our convenient locations. Sleep well, save money. Bedmart.
At Spirit Mountain, it's time for celebration. Use your Coyote Club card and earn chances daily to win cash or prizes, including a 2009 Mercedes. Over $115,000 in cash and prizes to be won. Then join us on May 23rd in celebrating the grand opening of Raindrops Nightclub and the Mountain View Sports Bar. Plus, Kool and the Gang in concert. It's all happening at Spirit Mountain Casino, Northwest's premier entertainment destination.
Stand by the final cut in 3, 2, 1. Cue 'em.
And the final cut begins with news across America tonight and a deadly discovery inside of a burning home. Firefighters found a woman in her mid-20s in that home when they arrived on scene. They called in police after finding the woman covered in stab wounds. People who live near that crime scene said firefighters were alerting everyone to the suspicious activity.
And I was taking a shower, and I guess like one of the guys came in, knocked the door, told me the house was on fire. It was like 15 feet of flame. So I came out of there.
Right now, police are looking for a suspect who witnesses saw leaving the home shortly before that fire was reported. Neighbors say that the woman who died had 2 children.
The final cut heads to Rhode Island now, where doctors made a big mistake in the operating room on a child. Investigators are trying to figure out why doctors began oral surgery on the wrong side of a child's mouth. Hospital officials say the error was caught and corrected during the procedure, but they do admit at least 1 of 4 standard policies was not followed in the operating room. A New Jersey woman is recovering after a mishap at the cemetery. Maria Figueroa was at a relative's funeral when, get this, a tombstone toppled over onto her leg and broke it in 3 places. It weighed more than 3,000 pounds and took 8 men to get it off her.
So strong that I couldn't breathe, and I started sweating and sweating and sweating and sweating.
Well, it's not clear what made that tombstone fall, but witnesses say people had been seen they've been leaning on it. The woman will have to have physical therapy for the next 6 months.
The final cut is covering several stories caught on camera tonight. We're going to begin with some video that you will have have you sitting on the edge of your seat, really. Las Vegas police just released this video. It shows a man actually shooting people outside of a convenience store earlier this month. Cops say the shooter hurt 2 of those people. Police say that suspect is still on the streets tonight. A failure to fire saves lives. Police say the 2 rival gang members in Michigan got into a shootout in broad daylight. One was trying to shoot that submachine gun right there, but it failed to fire. You can see him running into the store trying to fix the gun. Then it's back outside to try to start shooting again. Police say it all ended when an irate customer confronted the 2 while they hopped into a getaway car. No one was hurt. The suspects are still at large.
To Ohio now, where a high-speed police chase led to a crash that hurt 3 people. Police say the pursuit was justified, but not everyone agrees. An officer chased a man wanted for a series of armed robberies, chased him through the streets of Strasburg. Police had already called off an earlier pursuit because they decided it was just too dangerous. But one officer kept going, despite heavy traffic and speeds up to 120 miles an hour. Well, it ended in a car crash. You see that right there? It hurt 3 people tonight. Some people say the officer made the wrong choice.
I think it was totally uncalled for. They already knew who he was. They could have found him later.
Now, those who are critical of the officer's actions say he is lucky the injuries suffered by the victims are not life-threatening. They think he should be reprimanded for endangering the public during that chase that, in their opinion, was just unnecessary.
Homes just exploded during a violent tornado in northern Missouri, and now we're seeing the deadly twister caught on video by a storm chaser.
We're in the tornado. Film the house. I got it. Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! It's all right. We're all right. Please turn around. Look, this is down power line.
The storms blew out windows in cars and houses just after 6 o'clock last night in Kirksville, Missouri. It still has not been determined just how strong that twister was. Witnesses think that they watched the whole thing happen from only about 100 feet away. It is downright dangerous to drive through flash floods, and this video shows you exactly why. Floodwaters flipped over an SUV in Indianapolis. Firefighters were able to rescue the driver, but that SUV, as you see there, just disappeared in the woods. See it flip over right there? The storm also knocked down trees and power lines, leaving thousands without electricity.
Our little bistro gets good reviews, but it also gets a failing grade with the health department. Tonight, Dirty Dining takes us out for Pan-Asian food on Martin Luther King Boulevard. KPTV's Carrie Tomlinson joins us live from the Fox 12 kitchen with more. Carrie?
Well, that's right. This place has a pretty common name for Vietnamese restaurants, but it also serves not just Vietnamese, but Thai, Japanese, and other Asian delights in a very visual way.
One thing you may see when you eat at Green Papaya in Southeast Portland is color. Bright red peppers and sauces for its signature salad made of green papaya. Inspectors, however, found different shades in the kitchen and gave Green Papaya a low score. It failed with a 48 at its last semi-annual inspection. Below 70 is an F. Inspectors noted rodent droppings in the kitchen under equipment, plus droppings in the dry food storage trailer in the parking lot. They say the restaurant had just one mousetrap on site, not enough to stop the problem. The report also says parts of the restaurant were dirty, the inside of the freezer soiled, along with soiled floors, walls, and ceiling in the kitchen. It says some shelves and equipment were soiled too, and adds the floor under the cook line was dirty with about a quarter-inch buildup of soil. Inspectors found other problems as well, including food in the temperature danger zone, a critical violation. The report shows pork, chicken, tofu, and pho, the traditional Vietnamese soup, all at bad temperatures. They made the restaurant throw some of that food away because it could have grown germs that would make you sick. These and other violations brought down Green Papaya's score.
You know, I've been watching Dirty Dining.
We spoke with the owner about the F grade.
I know how it's supposed to be, and then this time I was very, very shocked at what I got.
She says she's worked in the food business for more than 15 years and does not feel her inspection was fair.
But our problem was not a critical problem. It was a minor problem, but it was a repeat, so we got double points.
But she says she fixed everything and called the inspector back right away.
I want you to come back right now because I cannot sleep.
The new score on the mandatory reinspection, an 87. The inspector wrote, "The operator has cleaned some areas and called in pest control. No sign of rodents at this time." Now it's back to full color at Green Papaya, flavors from the east in southeast Portland.
Now some high and low scores for you. Mandarin House in downtown Portland gets a 73 out of 100. Two Margaritas in Sandy, however, fails with a 43. Inspectors come back for that mandatory reinspection, and the restaurant keeps its doors open with a 94. Some high scores for you now. Brad's in North Portland gets 2 perfect scores in a row for its pizza. So does McAdams Bar and Grill in Southwest Portland, 2 perfect scores. And marked down 2 straight for Abu Rashid. That is a Lebanese restaurant in downtown Portland. And that is your Dirty Dining Report for tonight. Reporting live in the Fox 12 kitchen, Carrie Tomlinson, the 10 o'clock news.
And you can find more undercover restaurant inspections online at kptv.com.
Now the final cut, your chance to win a $100 prepaid MasterCard. Here's the secret word, code word, it's PIN. Now take that word to enter it into your account on pdxrewards.com. Once you've typed the word in, you'll be eligible to win that $100 prepaid MasterCard. Good luck. And that is tonight's final cut.
Still ahead, it wasn't supposed to happen this way. Hollywood comes to Oregon and a house gets burned, and so does an actor. The latest after the break.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Fox 12's mobile newsroom brings you the most up-to-date local news. And now with Clear, super fast mobile internet service, Fox 12's news coverage is better than ever. How about you? Video chat, stream movies, and download music at the same speed as Portland's local news leader. For more information or to sign up for Clear, go to clear.com. Where can you find fun, entertainment, and great food? Chips and Palace Casinos in La Center. 24 hours a day, you'll find lots of action, quality gaming, delicious food, and the friendliest staff around. Just 20 minutes from Portland, Chips and Palace Casinos. We deal in fun.
It's our best carpet sale ever. Buy any of our 15-year gold label carpets and get 1 room with the whole house installed for just $99. And for a limited time, we'll throw in the pad too. It's our best carpet sale ever at our best price. Hurry in. Dial 503 Carpets.
Weekendville. Paybackville. Truthville. Feed your summer fun with the full, juicy flavor of Johnsonville sausage. Create your own Ville at johnsonville.com.
Fox 12 is taking you to a local movie premiere. How organizers hope to change Oregon's course is coming up on the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries in Portland and Salem have been selected to liquidate all overstocks from 4 Lazy Boy factories. $2 million of national Lazy Boy overstocks will be sold at the lowest prices in Lazy Boy history. Markdowns are huge now on recliners, sofas, sectionals, chairs, tables, and more. Financing is available. Hurry in now for best selections. For a limited time only, the Lazy Boy National Authorized Factory Liquidation, starting this week, all 6 area stores.
Every woman should hear Jody's story. Jody was always healthy.
Her pap was always normal. Still, I recommended she also get the HPV test. Her pap looked fine. The HPV test showed
She had the virus that could cause cervical cancer.
most HPV infections don't cause problems, but another exam confirmed she had cervical disease.
But Jody's story has a happy ending.
We caught it before it became cancer. So if you're 30 or over, make sure you get the HPV test along with your pap.
The Digene HPV test from QIAGEN. Take the test, not the risk.
Next time on Better, topical facial fillers that remove wrinkles, we put them to the test, and the top grooming products for men. Tomorrow at a new, better time, 10 a.m.
A man catches on fire during the filming of a movie near Lebanon. Firefighters say the crew was trying a pyrotechnic stunt at a house in Scio when something obviously went wrong back on Saturday. Crews say that the member of the film crew and part of the house caught on fire. Firefighters quickly extinguished the flames. A helicopter took the injured man to a Portland hospital. There is no word on his condition tonight. Now, the movie company says it did have a certified pyrotechnician on scene there.
Portland hosts a movie premiere all about stream restoration efforts here in Oregon. This was the scene at the Kennedy School tonight for the premiere of Changing Course. It's a documentary that features the relationship between the Freshwater Trust and their environmental efforts working with private landowners. The director of Freshwater Trust says with overpopulation and climate change, it'll be tough to change the course, but there's also another message.
Hope. There's a lot of huge opportunity here with green jobs, people doing things that are great for stream health, and a real opportunity to recover salmon.
They also have a movement called Stream Bank for anyone looking for more information about how to help. Well, whether it's the classic Christmas specials or the California raisins, everybody has a connection to claymation, right? Well, soon you'll have the chance to see just how claymation animation works at the Oregon History Museum. The Amazing World of Claymation exhibit features characters like the California Raisins and Domino's Pizza's Noid. You can check it out tomorrow at the museum, and it'll run through mid-September.
Well, you now have more ways to connect with Fox 12 through social networking. Remember, you can follow Kevin, Shauna, and myself all on Twitter. You can see our Twitter names right here on the screen. You can also sign up for our Fox 12 fan pages on Facebook. Both Good Day Oregon and the 10 o'clock news have fan pages. There's even a secret one for the DTV special.
Yes, there is.
See if you can find it. We invite you to check them all out. And finally, if you have an iPhone, feel free to download our iPhone app. It'll bring you breaking news, traffic alerts, and of course, your first live local weather forecast.
All right, thanks for joining us, everybody. Our Fox 12 special report, Understanding the Digital Transition, is coming up next.
In the meantime, the news continues online at kptv.com. Have a great night.
Closed captioning for the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Comcast.
After more than 50 years, Joe Sports Outdoor and More is going out of business.
And we're down to the final weeks.
Everything must go, so prices have just been slashed again.
Now save 40 to 60% off store-wide.
Save 40 to 60% off all fishing, hunting, and camping equipment.
And 40 to 60% off all apparel, footwear, and athletic gear.
And save 40% off all Baja ATVs and motorized vehicles.
These are the last weeks to save 40 to 60% off everything.
Only at Joe Sports Going Out of Business Blowout Event.
It's our best carpet sale ever. Buy any of our 15-year gold label carpets and get one room with the whole house installed for just $99. And for a limited time, we'll throw in the pad too. It's our best carpet sale ever at our best price. Hurry in.
Dial 503 Carpets.
I don't know, Doc. I feel all bloaty.
That's because I plumped you. I injected you with salt water. Actually, way more. People have to pay more. A lot of chickens have it done.
Say no to plumping. Foster Farms. Always natural, always fresh.
At Bob Lanfear's Beaverton Kia, we understand that it's going to take a screaming deal to get you to part with your hard-earned cash. $2,000 cash back, child's play. 10% discount off sticker? Well, you know where you can stick that. At Beaverton Kia, we have 08 Kia Spectras priced at $11,544. $11,544. That's over 30% off MSRP. And we're not talking about one at that price. We've got 25 of them, and every one of them has a discount over $5,000. Beaverton Kia. It's different here.
We're heading out west as the Mets take on the Giants. Saturday at 1 on Fox 12 Oregon. Sponsored locally by Old Chicago Pizza.
At your Northwest Chevy dealers, test drive any new Chevrolet and enter for your chance to win an all-new 2010 Camaro. Go to nwchevysweepstakes.com for details.
Our bank, the one that handles our finances, has been acquired. I want to convey that I am very confident that we will. What they did do is give me a phone number here. Now, I don't know if this is actually a specific person. This morning it was Steve. It's not going well. I managed to actually get through this whole thing this morning. I wish I'd
Sterling Savings Bank.
left a trail of breadcrumbs for you.
Now more than ever.
Every day is a brand new day. Ross keeps bringing unbeatable savings your way. Oh yeah!
Yes, every day more of the latest styles and top designer brands are arriving at Ross. The same fashions that sell for a lot more at department stores and other so-called discounters are at Ross for a lot less.
Every day is a brand new day.
Ross, the savings are unbeatable.
This is a Fox 12 special report, Understanding the Digital Transition.
The way you watch television is about to change.
I'm just kind of waiting until the switch comes.
But you don't have to wait. You can enjoy the benefits of digital TV right now. We'll show you how to tell if you need to take action.
I've heard you don't have to buy a whole new TV set.
How to get a coupon from the government in case you need some new equipment. Fox 12 wants to help you understand the digital TV transition. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Kevin Kawari, and let's start at the beginning. What is digital television? Well, digital television, or DTV, is an advanced broadcasting technology that offers better picture and sound quality. Now, back in 1996, Congress authorized giving TV stations an additional channel so they could start broadcasting a digital signal while keeping their analog signals up and running. Well, those analog signals are going away on June 12th, which means if you're not set up to receive the digital signal, your TV could go dark. You might remember Congress initially set a deadline of February 17th for the end of analog broadcasting, but when surveys showed millions of Americans weren't ready to make the switch, lawmakers voted to delay that transition. Some TV stations stopped broadcasting analog in February, but Fox 12 and PDX TV listened to our viewers' concerns and decided to hold off on making the switch until June 12th. As KPTV's Jim Hyde explains, it's part of our commitment to helping you understand the digital transition.
A DTV signal would be nothing but snow on a set that's only receptive to analog broadcast. Operators at a phone bank like this one want to help those who have not installed the converter box become ready for DTV. Most Portland TV stations are joining a single phone bank and DTV Help Center. Trained staff are manning the phones from 8 until 5. That center is located at OPB, but people in all cooperating stations are taking calls in their buildings too.
They didn't get their coupons, what kind of box to buy, how to hook it up. The manual's not making sense. It's hooked up correctly, but they're not getting any channels, or they haven't scanned yet.
It just plugs directly into the TV.
Operators at the Help Center have been trained to walk you through the connecting process over the telephone. You can also come here to KPTV to see the DTV converter box setup.
Many of them will come with a couple of different kinds of plugs. Right here you've got the RCA type of plug, and we had a different kind of coax cable plug. And so basically you need to take whatever kind of plug you had in your TV and use that in your converter box.
Delaying the changeover to June 12th should help avoid consumer confusion.
I'm just looking at it viewer by viewer to help, because they're going to need help before or after June 12th.
Jim Hyde, Fox 12, Oregon.
Well, the Portland DTV Help Center hotline is 1-800-241-8123. Now, we'll bring you that number again in case you don't have a pen and paper nearby. And you can also find out more information by going to our website. That is kptv.com. So you might be wondering, why? Why is the FCC making this nationwide switch? Well, the conversion to an all-digital signal frees up the airwaves, which means there's more room for Wi-Fi services and new dedicated communication channels for emergency first responders. And you win too. Digital signals offer a crisper picture when you're watching TV. So mark your calendar. Fox 12 and PDX TV will shut off our analog signals on Friday, June 12th. It happens at 9 a.m. And that means we'll only be sending out our digital signal. So if you're not equipped to see our digital signal, you need to take action. Now you might be wondering how to tell whether you are ready for the end of analog broadcasts. Well, there are a few different ways to tell. First, if your TV was made after March 1st, 2007, it is equipped with a digital tuner. Those sets must be marked to let you know they contain digital tuners. Look for markings with words like integrated digital tuner or digital tuner built in. Of course, you can refer to your TV manual for that information as well. One warning for you: if the set is labeled as digital or HD TV monitor or digital ready or HD TV ready, it may not contain a digital tuner. If that's the case, you'll need an over-the-air digital set-top box to bring in that digital signal. Another way to know if your TV is ready for the end of analog is to test your set. Now, we've been broadcasting DTV tests for months to show you what happens when that analog signal goes away. And this is what it looks like.
What we're going to do right now is we're going to turn off the analog broadcast signal here on PDX TV. See, there it went right there. Now, if you're seeing our broadcast right now, then your TV is all set for the transition. You don't have to do anything different than what you're doing right now for your TV to work during the switch.
And we'll continue running those tests to see if your TV is ready for the end of analog on both Fox 12 and PDX TV. Go to kptv.com for a complete schedule of the upcoming tests. Now, if your TV goes to snow during those tests, you will need a converter box. That box makes digital programming viewable on older TVs. It also offers features you probably don't have right now, like a remote control with a guide feature that tells you what you're watching and tells you what's coming up next. For a list of stores that sell converter boxes, go to kptv.com and click on the digital countdown box that's on the main page. Also, the government is offering $40 coupons to help you buy a converter box. 2 coupons are available to any household, but they're only valid for 90 days. So when you get your coupons, look for the expiration date on them and use them right away. And if you already got coupons that expired before you could use them, the government has good news for you.
We're also going to be able to use the first-class mail system, and we're also going to be able to reissue coupons to consumers whose coupons expired before they were able to use them.
And you can order your coupons by calling 1-888-DTV-2009, that number right there on your screen, or by going to this website, dtv2009.gov. And we have all that information online at our website, kptv.com, and we'll bring it to you again during this show. Well, now that you know what the converter box does, and you should have a good idea as to whether you need one, we want to show you how simple they are to install. We checked in with the electronics experts at Fred Meyer to show us in real time just how easy installation is and how it can only take about 3 minutes.
And what I want to show you today is just how easy it is to hook up. It's really simple, so we'll kind of go through the steps. When you get your converter box out of your packaging, just go ahead and plug that in. Actually, let's leave it unplugged right at first. The antenna that you're using right now to pick up your signals, just a standard VHF, UHF antenna. Nothing special is needed. The same one you're using right now. You'll take that and unplug it from the back of your set that you had it in now. You're going to unplug it into the antenna input on the back of the converter box. And then from there, you're going to need a 3-foot cable, and most all the converter boxes come with this 3-foot cable. And you're going to plug that into the back of the TV, right into the RF connector. So let's screw that into that. And then on the other end, you're going to bring it over here and put it into the antenna out. So let me unplug this one so I can screw this one in here real quick. So that gets in good and tight. We'll plug this in. Okay, that's all there is to it. Now from this point, go ahead and turn on your TV. Plug this in. You'll want to switch your television to either channel 2, or channel 3 or channel 4. We're going to have it on channel 3 just so we're set right now, because you're not going to be using the tuner or anything on your television from this point. When you have the box, it comes with a remote control, and you're going to be using the digital tuner now from this point forward. Okay, so you just turn the unit on. It'll come up here in a second. And then you want to hit the setup button. Once you hit that, you'll have the screen on here. You're going to go down. You can see right now it's on channel, and we already got the antenna. We want to go over here to, let's hit OK. Down here to auto scan. I can get down to it. There you go. And just hit OK at that point. And we'll go back. Okay, right now it's scanning through all the signals that are available. And this is with just this little antenna. Takes just a few minutes to go through that. And the little light will flash on where it says channel found, and that's picking up all the different channels that are available. Okay, from this point, it's all programmed in, it's ready to go, and you can just scan through the different channels that are available. You're going to have a lot more channels with this digital converter box than you did on analog. So there's either 2 or 3 or up to 4 channels, like, you know, on where you used to be just getting 1. And of course, we want to go up to our favorite channel up here. There we go. And you're set and ready to roll. It's as simple as that.
All right, well, once you are all hooked up, there is an important final step, and it's a step worth repeating. When you hook up the converter box, you can have it automatically scan for digital channels. In fact, if you're watching us now through a converter box, you probably noticed the channel is 12-1 or 49-1. It's important that you rescan both when you hook up your box and after we stop broadcasting in analog on June 12th. If you don't, you might lose some of the stations you're used to getting, including Fox 12 and PDX TV. To rescan, hit the menu button on the remote that comes with your converter box. Choose the automatic or easy scan option and let the box find those digital channels for you. Well, the converter box may not solve every problem. Coming up, why some people may still have a hard time come June, even if they take steps to prevent it now. Plus, a new law will change the way you get rid of your TV and other electronics in case you decide to upgrade your set, what you need to know, and how it'll have you living green. And what can you do to help people in our community keep their TVs on after analog signals disappear? Well, there are a lot of resources out there to help make sense of this transition. For complete information about the switch, go to kptv.com, and if you need to apply for a converter box coupon, you can do it online or by calling this toll-free.
2 items for $3, any 3 items for $4, or any 4 items for $5. Great food, great deals. I can get a chicken wrap and a sundae together. It's the meal I want at the price I want. The choice is mine. I'm master of my own domain. All powerful. Whoa, was that lightning? DQ Sweet Deals. What's your deal?
Give your children the gift of lifelong memories this year with this 21-foot trail sport that weighs just 3,380 pounds for $151 a month. Choose from Oregon's largest selection at Curtis Trailers, Portland and Beaverton.
Spring is here and Memorial Day is on the way, so get geared up for great outdoor living at Bi-Mart. Enjoy entertaining with a 6-piece sling patio set and a charbroil gas grill. Save on Ames all-weather garden hoses and a Poulon self-propelled mower. Stock up on tomato and vegetable starts in the 4-inch pots. Right now, get 4 for just $5. Get bags of Bi-Mart brand outdoor planting mix or Filthy Rich bark mulch. They're 2 for just $7. Check for more savings in the membership bulletin. Sale prices end May 20th at Bi-Mart.